Hello, this is Bonnie Mercado. I am the spokesperson here at Real Water. As the host of your call, I just want to go over a few things with you guys. First, any statements that are made during this call have not been reviewed or evaluated by the Federal Drug Administration or FDA. The product we will be discussing is not intended to treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose any medical condition or disease. I do have a very special person here. You've heard him before. We all have heard of Brent Jones. Well, Brent is the president and majority owner of Real Water, a premium alkalized water that is infused with stable negative ions. Real Water is sold at many prestigious natural product markets across the country such as Whole Foods, Sprouts, Mother's Markets, Bristol Farms, Publix, and etc. Many celebrities and elite athletes drink Real Water for its amazing taste and beneficial health qualities. Brent is also a former Nevada State Assemblyman. He started the Real Chamber of Commerce, and he is licensed by the state of Nevada as a promoter. In that capacity, he is founder and majority owner of Real MMA, a mixed martial arts combat league. He has founded and ran multiple successful companies. He started his career as a California attorney, having received his Juris Doctor degree from Pepperdine University School of Law. While practicing law in 1995, he was voted Best Attorney in Ventura County by the Business Digest magazine. With that, I give you Brent Jones.
Boy, Bonnie sure makes me sound special. It's nice to hear. And we appreciate Bonnie, of course, with her positive energy. And what I want to start out with is let everybody know and just reiterate the purpose of our company, Real Abundance, is to elevate our associates, to elevate our team members' lifestyle through three things. First, better health and nutrition. We believe we have the best product on the planet for that. Water is the basis of everything we do. Second is enhanced relationships. We are a team. We're working together. We're working on a common purpose and a common goal, and therefore we're like a family. And nothing's better than having teammates that you like and respect and love. And then finally is increased wealth. So if we can give you better health and nutrition, enhanced relationships, and increased wealth, those three areas of your life should elevate your lifestyle. So that's our purpose. So just we all know that, and we work hard to fulfill that every day. Now, a couple quick things I want to remind you. We are having our launch starting on April 26th, which we want you to come out to the Real MMA. We have people that are starting to get their tickets and getting lined up. Now, here's the key on that. If you're going to come, you need to hurry up and get your tickets, which normally the VIP tickets, which include a meal, and you're in a special VIP section. You'll be rubbing elbows with people like Stephen Bonner, Forrest Griffin, Wayne Allen Root, who else? Kevin Wall, Steve Sanchez, all the people here at corporate, Bruce, our fellow VP of Distributor, all of them will be there. You'll be rubbing elbows with them. And the sooner you get your ticket, the closer you'll be to the front. So that's important if you want to get them now because we're allocating the tickets. So that's the 26th. And on the 27th at 12 o'clock, we're going to have an open house. And it's going to go from 12 to 6, I believe. And during that time, we're going to introduce you to things that are going, new things that are happening, what we've accomplished for the launch, and open house to tour the facility, etc. And then Sunday, we're going to have a couple free fun things if anybody wants to still be hanging around for Sunday that we can do for team building and hanging out. But the big thing is, Real MMA get to meet everybody. Then Saturday, we want to really meet with you and really get jazzed up to really propel your business going forward. Also, this is the last week to win that smart car. And we have a couple people that are out front, but if you think you can do it, it's not a whole lot to win. I don't want to discourage anybody, but if you think you have a handful of people that you could get in before the end of the week, I'd encourage you to do it because you could be in the running for the smart car. And we're going to be awarding that at the April 26th event. So you'll have a newly wrapped smart car with your logo, with your URL and contact information on it, which, again, I don't recommend you drive it across the country, but it's definitely fun to drive around town, and it definitely grabs a lot of attention. So with that stated, I just want to also tell you that we always are open here. One of our distributors came out, which you're going to get to talk to a little bit later, so I won't mention his name, and brought about 4 or 5 people this last week, and they came out and toured the facility, and I believe they enjoyed the experience, and they're more fired up and more motivated. So we're always available and open for you to come and visit us here at Las Vegas, and we encourage you to do that. So what I wanted to talk about now tonight is just really how we need to get out of what I call getting ready to get ready mode. I get that our official launch is the 26th. However, anything in business, I was just listening to Tony Robbins, and I'm sure all of you heard of Anthony Robbins. He's one of the biggest gurus in self-help, or if not the biggest guru. And he said, if you're going to do anything, if you know what your goal is and you know where you're going, the cure-all for everything to get it going is massive action. We've got to go into massive action. Now, a lot of the New Age guys and like The Secret, it all teaches you just believe and concentrate and visualize and have gratitude. But I think the big missing ingredient in all that is you got to go into action. And one of the things I really recommend you do is get the book, Miraculous Properties of Ionized Water. And if you read the study on page 126, it's just so powerful. And then you just even read the first couple chapters. You will be so fired up and believe, and this is why I believe this, I believe it's my moral responsibility and duty to share this product with as many people as possible because I believe it is that profound and that effective. So if you do that, then you'll have the security or the confidence. If you read the book and you really get that confidence because there's such good data in that book, you have the confidence that you also, if you feel that you have a moral obligation and responsibility to share this product, you can blow through all your, well, I need to do this, or, well, maybe not yet this, or, I need a new business card before I can do that, or I need a new flyer before I can do that. All those things need to go out the wayside, and you need to go into massive action. If you go into massive action every single day, do what you can do today, do it, then you will start having massive success. And that truly is the key because we have the program, we have the product, we have the team here to help you. We have Bruce. We have another gentleman that we'll probably introduce next time, John Hennigan, who's now working out of the corporate offices that a lot of you are meeting. He's here full-time just to help you develop. We have Bonnie. We have Stephan Bonner. We have all these people here that are here to help you. So we have the product, we have the program, and we have the team. So it's just all about massive action. And I know Bruce has been doing a lot of good three-ways. So in that regard, because Bruce has been working so close with distributors, he's going to take the lion's share of the meeting tonight. And like I've said in the past, I like it to be less than 30 minutes, in and out, get you guys, let you know what's happening, what's new. But Bruce, of course, just as if you've been here more than once, played for the Nebraska, the Cornhuskers on Osborne. I mean, that alone is what an accomplishment as the quarterback for a major college like Nebraska. But then he went on to the NFL, played 7 years in the NFL. Most guys in the NFL in or out in a couple of years. He was there for 7 years. That is a huge accomplishment. Oh, wait, it gets better. Then he's built other organizations with other companies where he's making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month. He knows the networking business. So without further ado, I want to introduce our great, awesome VP of Distributor Development, Mr. Bruce Matheson. So Bruce, take it away.
Thank you so much, Brenda. Appreciate all the accolades, and you guys are doing such an outstanding job right now. And Bonnie, her energy, you're correct, Brent. She's fun to have on the phone because she brings it every week. And she's a great host to have here. To be honest with you, I want to get right to a point because we don't have a lot of time, but I've got a very interesting gentleman on the line tonight. I've got to know him. I've never met this gentleman. We've only had discussions on the phone, but we've had lots of discussions. And he's a unique individual, and he's got a unbelievable talent. And I'm going to let him maybe explain a little bit about what he does because I don't want to slaughter it. And he's the one that you'll come to find out. He's a very, very special person. He does some amazing things. His name is Nino Maiani. Nino, are you on? Nino, are you there? Star 6. Here? There we go. Yep, I got you. You're good to go.
Cool. Hey.
Nino, it's such a pleasure to have you on here tonight. We've heard some wonderful things about you. I've got to meet you on the phone. We've had lots of conversations together. And really what I'd like to have you share with us is how did you hear about real abundance and real water. You've got a great story. We kind of talked about that, touched on that a little bit today. So tell everybody how you heard about us.
Well, it's interesting. I have a personal development company, and I do workshops all over the country. And one of the things I always advocate is for my students to be able to create 5 independent sources of income. So I was looking in the market and see what's out there, what's going on, what's the next big deal, and where the trends are going. And I came across Real Water actually about 5 years ago through a friend of mine. Then I remembered them, see what they were doing, and I discovered that they were in all major stores. And then I found out that they have a network marketing program. I got very intrigued with that. And after I was getting ready to actually call corporate and get some information, and I get a call from my good friend Ken Cohen, who tells me he's in Real Water. And I thought it was very funny because I was actually looking at Real Water and looking to possibly bringing them in as one of the financial tools to offer my students. And make a long story short, I said, yeah, I'm in. So I joined at the leadership level, and I got about 9 people on our team right now. I got 4 coming in the next couple of days. And it's moving along really nice. I'm really pleased.
Well, you're one of those guys that people want in their organization because you've got that spirit of let's go have massive action like Brent talked about. Let's get people involved. Let's get them started on the right foot. Let's get them off and running. Now, you said something earlier here. You joined at the leadership position. Real quick, would you explain why or what that leadership position entails and why you decided that option as a way to start?
Well, the benefits of starting into leadership, is self-explanatory. I mean, you get right now in the pre-launch, you get 10 bottles. You get the test equipment, the pH of water, and the for alkalinity, acidity. The meter for showing you the negative ions that are in the water. The 10X book and the book on ionized water. So that all made sense. Plus. I believe if you're going to do this, you need to start at the top, because one of the things about I know network marketing, I've been the top 1% producers every company I've been in, is that people are going to follow a leader. What you start as, what they will start at. Because people will ask you, like, where did you start? And you tell them I start at $4.99. It's a great way to start. And that's what I advocate to all my students. And if you're going to do it, just do it. Don't really nothing around it. And just take the plunge. And you really think about this. What does it cost to start a business here? $500. I mean, to start my company and do my company, I have to spend tens of thousands of dollars in infrastructure and support and everything to keep it rolling. And this is for $500. You're in business.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because you and I were talking today about how you approach other people. Now, you did what you did because you did a little research. You saw what the company was. You looked at the product and said, I like the product. I like it that it's in this industry. I like the comp plan. And you took the plunge. Now, when you go approach people, because you've put quite a few people in this business already. And in fact, a couple of them have already put some of their people in. So when you approach people, for people that are brand new on the phone call tonight, what you had a funny story. I want you to share it because it's bold, but that's the kind of leadership that is needed. So tell everybody exactly kind of what you do when you explain to people that you're involved in this company.
Well, the first few people that I approached, they were personal friends of mine that I have a really good rapport with, and I built relationship with them over the number of years, and so it gave me the ability to approach them this way. I don't think the majority of people can do this, because sometimes it just takes maybe 2 or 3 steps to be able to get to the point to make somebody make a commitment. But essentially what I did is I called up a couple of guys and I said, listen, I got this great program. Go on the computer. I sent you my website. Get your MasterCard out. Join at the $4.99 level. And they all did because they trust me. But
that is such a great approach. I love when he told me that story today, because he goes, I called him up, get your credit card out as you look at this information, and get in, and then we're going to talk and make a plan. That's awesome. So let's go back now to some that just because you're well respected, you're liked. People come to your seminars, they listen to you. You got great things to tell people. So what about that person that just wasn't a friend of yours or an acquaintance, but you just kind of meet them for the first time? How would you explain what you're doing now and why?
Well, what comes up for me is one of that funny story that Jim Rohn told. You remember that one, where if you're first starting out, you really got no rapport with anybody, you got minimal knowledge in doing network marketing, you know the statistics, and this story that Jim Rohn told is priceless, because he said no matter how well that your delivery, you can be actually miserable, but you say to the person, listen, I got involved in this really cool thing. I know I'm not really good at it. Maybe might get 1 out of 10. So I know 9's going to say no to me. So would you let me practice on it to be one of my 9? I've used that line over and over many, many times, and practically 99% of the time I get the appointment. People say, sure, what do you got?
Well, you take that. I also noticed that through the phone calls that we've had together, we've worked on a couple of three-way calls. We've discussed some things about our business. We've discussed some things about our personal life. We've discussed some things about some politics, some other things. And we always have these great conversations. And what we're really doing is building that relationship. And you just mentioned the word trust. People are going to trust you because you have that conversation, because you come across as genuine and real. And I know you work with students and your clients all the time about that trust-building process. And how important is that for these folks to understand that we've got a great product. They can trust in the product. They can trust in the people. They can come here and look at all the information and know that it's real. And I know that's real important to you. Go over a little bit of kind of what you do with people about talking about new business adventures.
Well, one of the things that was really a solidifying factor for me is that Real Water's been in business for over 10 years, and they got an established clients, that are pretty prestigious. Costco, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, just to name a few, that are their retail customers, and they're buying their products over and over and over again. Year after year after year. So that established credibility on the product. So I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time with that. The other one is that establishing credibility yourself. And in the process of networking, it's a multi-step process. Most of the people are not going to recruit the person on the first phone call. So you have to give yourself patience and understand that there is a system. And if you learn the system from your leaders, you'll find that you'll be able to build an enormous organization. It's completely duplicatable. Everybody can do it. It's real simple, and it's extremely time efficient. So you're not going to be running around having to spend huge hours. And I don't have a lot of time, because actually I have a full-time business where I'm doing workshops all over the country. I'm a magician, a musician. I got people calling me all day long and asking me to go somewhere. And I don't have a lot of time. So I need to make sure my communication skills are up to par, so that I can really communicate efficiently in a succinct time and get my idea across. And so I teach a system, and all our leaders know these systems. And if you apply the system, it's going to work for everybody. They're all simple and easy to duplicate and easy to learn. And it's something you can pass on to every new person. And within a week, you have somebody up and running, developing a team, just from these basic concepts. They're very easy to learn.
Yeah, they are. And Jim Rohn, he's the epitome of multi-level marketing, and his true voice out there is that art of conversation to lead to a presentation that leads to a sale, that leads to a relationship, that leads to a profitable business. When we look at the product itself, and then we look at the future of real abundance in our company here. What do you see going forward? What's the potential of this business here as you look at it right now?
An avalanche.
So as an avalanche approaches, how should people, we heard Brent earlier, he's looking for massive action. So as we see this avalanche starting to unfold in front of us, what type of action should people be taking right now?
Call in everybody that you know and give them first right of refusal. Don't wait.
That's a great way to put it.
The worst approach in the world, call everybody you know, because here is the worst thing that could ever happen to you. And if I can leave this one little short story. Many years ago, I was in a company. I was very successful with them, and I was at this meeting, a big corporate meeting, and there was a doctor that I enrolled and his next door neighbor. But they didn't know that I enrolled them. They didn't even know that the other person was in it. And then the doctor said to his friend, he says, you've been in this thing how long? He says, a year. He says, why didn't you tell me about it? He says, well, you're a doctor. I didn't think you'd be interested. And this is a learning lesson for me, because I was standing there dumbfounded with the doctor's response. He said, who gave you permissions to make decisions for me? I will never forget that. And so what I always do is I always tell somebody about the idea. If they say no, I say, great. If somebody else talks to you, at least I talk to you first. Give me first right of refusal.
That's an awesome way to look at this. And folks, everybody's always looking for the new deal, the new gig, the latest, greatest, coolest invention that's out there. And you can instill a little bit of fear of loss. You can always say that, hey, I've got this new company like he did. It's a brand new company. He didn't know anything about it, yet he told his people because he had built trust with them. Just sign up, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to be going. But get in there early. Get in there right now. Who do you know that we can bring to this table, and we can launch this business together, and we'll build it and grow it all together. And that little bit of fear of loss takes place in these people, because he's perfectly right on the button when he says, well, I talked to somebody, and why didn't you talk to me years ago? Well, I did, but it didn't seem like you were interested. We always run into people that always say it's the right time. Well, the right time is the minute you pick up the phone and call somebody. The right time is the minute you put that bottle of concentrate in their hand, they can put it in their water and change that negative ion in their water and drink something that's super healthy for them. Well, listen, I'm so glad we got to talk today. Our time is getting away from us. I thank you for sharing the insights of what you do and who you are, and we really look forward to meeting you in Las Vegas on April 26th and 27th.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day. Look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Can't wait. You're so welcome. Hey, everybody, our time is getting away. All I want to tell you is this. Brent says take massive action. Nino says don't get these people in the fear of loss situation, where you want to make sure you reach out to everybody that you know so they don't miss out. You want to at least give them the opportunity to check us out. Get out there and get that water in people's hands, get them drinking it to a better and healthy and more abundant life. So, Brent, with that, I'll turn it back to you.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. Hey, I just want to use that, if we use the California surf analogy. Right now we're getting into pre-launch, but it's the same thing. Is you always got to start surfing or paddling before the wave. If you wait till the wave's too big, it crashes on you instead of pushing you forward. So now's the time to start paddling, and paddle hard, because it's, like you said, it's an avalanche coming. Nino says it's an avalanche. It's a huge wave coming, so be out in front of it instead of crashing on you. So with that, I want to give you back to Bonnie, and Bonnie will close the meeting up. Appreciate you, Bruce, for giving some wisdom, and let's just all get motivated and make this happen in a big way, because now is the time. Today is the time. Thank you very much. And as always, to an elevated lifestyle. Here you go, Bonnie.
Thank you, everybody that came in and just on this wonderful conference call. Again, next Tuesday, same place, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for everybody that's in other places. So have a great bye, everyone.